My parents kicked me out when I was 16 years old. After 4 days and 3 nights my dad found me and took me back home. AITAH for not really caring about them as they get older. Posted on r/AITAH. Hi everyone, I'm having a hard time wrestling with this. When I was a kid I was a handful, always arguing and talking back to them, nothing major. My parents kicked me out of the house when I was 16. I'm not sure why now after all these years, maybe to teach me a lesson or as a punishment. My dad gave me a $20 bill and drove me to the nearest public transportation hub, and then kicked me out of the car and said see ya. I was scared and ended up living on the streets for 1 night and 2 days before my childhood friend let me stay at his house for another 2 nights and 2 days until my dad knocked at the door and found me. He said my mom made him come get me and let's go back home. This all happened in the mid-90s and no cell phones or security cameras anywhere. My parents are aging and I've always wanted a connection with them, but it's never happened. They have given me good advice and suggestions over the years, though. I've never healed from this and feel they abandoned me when I needed them the most. AITAH for not really caring about them as they get older. Relevant comments. Commenter 1. My mom kicked me out. She had decided to homeschool me, just came to class and pulled me out while school was at field trip. As a C student, I wasn't eligible. So in my diary I wrote, my mom was such a bitch. She took me out of school without letting me get anyone's phone numbers and said friends are a waste of time. She found and read my diary a few months later and threw it at me. You think I am a bitch? Fine. Get the fuck out of my house. I was 14. She called the cops and reported me as a runaway. She said she didn't want to get in trouble. Nowadays she says that never happened. She would never ever do that. Commenter 2. NTA my parents did that to my oldest sister when she was 12. Dropped her at the Greyhound station. This was in the 70s. Can you imagine dropping off your 12-year-old at a Greyhound station and telling them to leave and never come back? She went right to a payphone and called the police. Cop brought her home and spoke to my dad, and I hope he made him feel like an asshole and a shitty dad, because that's what he was. Anyway, of course my parents are both gone now, and they barely saw their kids at all in their later years because none of us wanted to see them. My kids only met my parents twice and I definitely never left them alone in a room with my parents, that's for sure. Anyhow, take from that what you will, but it's certainly understandable if you don't want to spend time with your parents because they made it so there's no connection there. Commenter 3. I'd lean towards NTA. That was pretty messed up of them, your dad in particular. It's gonna be awkward after all this time, but you could talk to them about it. See if they both felt bad or regret it now. If they don't feel bad, then neither should you. The vindictive petty part of me wants to say drive them to an old folks home and give them $20 and a crisp thumbs up. Commenter 4. Same sort of thing happened to me, same age, I was an asshole etc. When they came looking for me I hid and kept moving. They panicked but I managed to evade them. I did finish school and went into the army and college etc. I didn't see them for years. But my sister brokered a meeting and we started seeing each other again. They both apologized and thought it would never go so far, it was just meant to shock me into behaving and I'd be home in a couple days. It took time but we got along, and when they aged I was overseas again and came home for their last day and funerals. Did I ever forgive them? Maybe, but never trusted them again. My birth parents abandoned me when I was 2, so I have 1 or 2 trust issues for the rest of my life. Am I at peace over it? You can't keep dragging a big stone around your neck over the past. Should you get involved again, can't say I feel better about the mess after I did and long term I'm okay. Good luck with your decision, but generally I do the hard thing. NTA. Wired Abyss here, what are your thoughts? Please follow if you enjoyed. I never generate fake stories using AI, never have unnecessary multiple parts. I've also started posting on AITAH just as a backup. Check bio for more info.